Hello, I'm going to talk a little bit quickly about the English language. Um, Basically, the people that kind of devised the English language they were on a high vibration, and they might not have even been aware. It could have been like the higher force working through them vicariously. But what you realize if you study the English language to any kind of depth is that there are a lot of there are words that cross over, and you find words within words, obviously, and things like that. So I'm going to give you an example. Like, for example, the word danger. Like, people say, "Oh, he's dangerous," and they'll try and label you as perhaps like a danger or a dangerous individual, when actually they're trying to code you with anger. So if you look at danger, it's just anger with D. So if people say danger, danger, and they're pressing this on you, they're actually trying to code you with anger. So it sounds crazy, but it's something to become aware of, that words are within words, and people try and get into the subconscious that way. So also another one is understand. When people are like posturing and looking to show dominance, they kind of say, "Do you understand? Do you understand?" Because understand is to stand under. So if you're standing under someone, in one way it's a form of respect. You're saying, "Alright, I understand, so I will let you overstand," because people overstand the situation, tend to lead the situation. But also it could be a physical thing, saying, "Oh, do you understand? Do you stand under me?" And that comes obviously down to the more primal physical way, if you look at it in that way. But also another one is hand gestures. So people throw out a lot of hand gestures and kind of like codes and symbols and things to read, because a lot of people, they don't like speaking. Being verbal is it goes versus all, verb all. You're going verse or against, you're going converse to the moving world, the movement, the body. The body is a physical expression, whereas verbs are versus all of that, because you're just using the mind to express yourself. Whereas obviously you can use both, the mind and body, at the same time as well. There's nothing stopping you, but I think verbal comes from being verse all movement, if you understand what I'm getting at. So but yeah, back to hand gestures. So people get they get oversensitive about gestures. For example, like the classic finger point. You have people that point fingers, or the I sign, the V sign, all these kind of things. But I'm trying to say here is that you shouldn't get lost in people doing hand gestures, because a gesture is just your way of expressing yourself. So don't see it as a negative thing, because you might think someone's moving around, or they're moving around in a strange way, and they're trying to act negatively and send out negative codes and stuff. But actually it's just their gesture, just your way of expressing yourself. And people that have energy, they're going to either express it like through exercise physically, or if they don't have that kind of outlet, they're going to look to do it with gestures, and they're going to go out and into the drinking environment, and they're going to be very physically expressive as well as verbally expressive. But that's kind of what I'm getting at there. I know there's a lot of information, but I'm sure if you're at the right vibration, you'll be able to take it in and understand it, overstand it, and innerstand it. So another thing I'm going to say, it's related to alcohol. Okay, so alcohol, it's a very old, archaic form of alchemy. If you think about the word alchemy, it means it's related to magic, and alcohol is just you're using alchemy because you're changing the state of being. Okay, so you're alter, the state of being, and it's kind of like alchemy, but what alcohol is, if you read it like this, is use alchemy but stay cool. You got to stay cool, because remember that alcohol itself is actually, it just brings out what already is there. So if you're happy and you're in control and you're cool, the alcohol is cool, the alchemy is good. So this is another very valuable lesson you need to learn. If you're not in a good vibration and you're not feeling good already, then the alcohol is not going to be alchemy cool, it's going to be alchemy on you. And you get the picture, You're going to be the one that's under this kind of spell of the alcohol, the spirits that you drink, okay? So, and the gin, you get gin is another form of alcohol, you know what I'm saying? There's all kind of code in the words involved, because the reason why they put code out in the English language is because they want you to learn, they want you to be aware and learn, and a lot of people are taught these things, but people like me, we like to find them out for ourselves. So we don't have to read secret texts, because if you're working in a high vibration, you're working with spirit will guide you, and that's all I have to say. So, peace in and out with love, high vibration, full gratitude.